Let me get this giant brick right here. Sorry.
38 degrees.
Oh my god.
Some more underwear. Tour van or tour bus?
Man, holy cow.
I got a big chunk of ice like just right on my...
Mine's on my butt. I sat on it, it's melted though.
Hello and welcome to Iced Out, home of the cold water queries. It is a hot, hot day here in Nashville, but the water in these tubs is about 38 degrees. My guest who will be joining me for a chat in these tubs is a professional skateboarder. He's won contests all over the world. His Red Bull part Big Sky almost broke the internet with one of the best frontside 360s ever done. And you can catch him yearly at the Terminal Takeover event, which takes place in an abandoned airport in New Orleans. Please welcome Jake Wooten.
Thank you for having me, man.
Dude, thank you for being here.
Were you about to get cold or what?
Yeah.
38, boy?
Yep. I think we got about 38 degrees.
Oh my god.
We had 16 20-pound bags.
20-pound bags. That's
Yeah.
320 pounds of ice I got at Publix.
Have you done a cold plunge before?
I have, but mostly just natural ones. Like if I'm in a place that has a cold body of water, like a cold strait, maybe in the Nordics or like Europe or maybe even in Canada.
Gotcha.
Hop in the water there. I've hopped in one tank. I do a lot of cryotherapy. I used to do a lot of that, but
Gotcha.
this is one of the best ways to recover. And I always see, Gary Brecka and Huberman and everybody else talking so high about it.
Yeah,
and
for
like,
sure.
just the breath work and doing this stuff. And my uncle does it a lot, and he says it's, changes his life. So for me, it's like I definitely need to be doing this. But man, 20 pounds of ice. I mean,
Yeah.
320 pounds of ice. That's next level, dude.
Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll set the timer for 3:15 just to give us some time to get in. We'll do 3 minutes in here, as many questions as we can get done, and then we'll go and have a chat.
Well, I don't think I can hold my breath for 3 minutes, but
No, you don't have to hold your breath. No,
under.
and actually, I tell everybody this. I know you've done
Go
it before,
fully under?
but just make sure you breathe.
oh yeah.
I breathe really loud when I'm in there, just to...
I've seen some videos on you on Instagram.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple.
Cool, let me set this timer and then we'll get going.
Oh,
All right, here we go.
I'm going right in, baby. Yo, it's brick. So worn underwear.
Oh, big old thick ice. All right, dude. This is the coldest one for sure. Tour van or tour bus?
Fan.
Have you done any tour bus tours?
Red Bull. The Red Bull tour bus. Holy cow.
I got a big chunk of ice, like just right on my...
Mine's on my butt. I sat on it, it's melted though.
Why do you like a van more than a bus?
It's just the vibes, man. Sitting in those rows in some old Ford Econoline that's
Yeah.
300,000 miles of straight must and dust in there.
Yeah.
Can't beat it. Tour bus is awesome, you get the amenities.
Yeah.
But might keep my arms out.
I do the same, man. I got no shame in my game.
But yeah, I definitely prefer a van over a bus, but man, that Red Bull vest is something special.
Yeah.
They bless it.
Oh, I'd like to experience that sometime. That sounds awesome.
I am sitting crisscross applesauce.
That's fine. Whatever you gotta do. Yeah, the feet. I feel like the feet are like the worst part sometimes.
I can't feel them. I'm actually chilling. It was that first 10 seconds I thought I was gonna die.
Yeah. Do you believe in aliens?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why?
I don't know, dude. I've seen some funky looking people personally, but yeah, definitely, dude. There's just so much. Like, I've definitely read tons of stories. Who knows if conspiracies are real, but like, I mean, to think we're the only beings in this infinitesimally small being of planet in all this solar system, and there's thousands of solar systems, like, no chance.
Yeah.
And didn't the government come out and say that aliens are real at some point?
Kind of feels like it's getting that way, doesn't it? Yeah.
They did it in COVID.
Yeah. Yeah. They're like, let's distract from COVID. Let's give them something real here.
Right. And then no one cared. No one better than I.
If an alien made it here and wanted to learn about skating, what would be the first trick you'd teach him?
I just take him to Winkowski, drop him off at his house, dude. He learned everything he needs to know about culture just from him. Skating, life, I mean, every lesson.
Yeah, good call.
And, I've watched Taiga come out from Japan and hang out with him, like,
I know, dude.
picked up every one of his habits. Like, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Like,
that post that Winkowski had of Taiga coming out there with
Yeah.
like, we're shooting
and
guns.
Taiga was sending me photos every day. Like, I don't really know him that well, but
It's so cool.
super nice guy.
What's your dream lineup? You get 5 skaters for a trip. What do you think your dream lineup would be?
Dream? Oh, God. Shit, just throw me in the Santa Cruz van, dude. Like, a couple of boys, like, I don't know, man. I had a really cool trip to Oregon during COVID with Gregson and like Tom Shar, Trey Wood, a bunch of like my idols and my peers my age. And that was just awesome.
Nice.
Any time period, like right now. I mean, if I went right now, even it'd be like Grant Taylor, Shad. I love those dudes. I've always loved those dudes. We need some like young energy. Maybe throw Robbie Pace in there, just to get in some reckless stuff with me. And then love Mario. I love all my boys, dude. Winkowski's gotta be in there.
Well, we made it, dude.
Yeah.
I know we both really want to get out of here. At the very end, I like to do a full head dip. You want to do it?
Yes, sir.
I call it the damn dunk. Here we
Oh,
go.
you go face first?
I go kind of
Hey, slip in? All right, let's slip in, baby.
However you want.
All right, love you, bro.
Love you too. Yeah. That, I'm not gonna lie, dude. That was probably, for me, the most intense one that I've done so far.
I'll be honest, the first 10 seconds I went into a full panic attack, and I went, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna be able to do this for you, Joe.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to commit. And then it's like a trick, you know, you know you can do it.
Yeah. You just,
Don't be a wimp,
the
dude.
fight or flight kicks in, and you just like want to just, every part of your being just wants you to get out of there. But, dude, you made it.
Yep, let's go.
I'm gonna stay right here. I got a little surprise for you.
For me, I hope it's a towel.
I do got one of those. Here you go.
Oh, sweet.
Santa Cruz.
Oh, one of the best towels made in the best place on earth, dude.
Because you made it.
Oh, no way. I get my own iced out.
Iced out, dude. Custom.
Yo, let's get
It's
it.
DIY. It's about as DIY as it gets.
Oh, boy, but come on. This thing is sick. Oh, dude, no way. Got my initials on it, too.
Custom, man. Custom just for you.
Goes like, it's cozy.
It's pretty nice, dude. It's not bad at all.
It is sheep wool? I think all wool's from sheep, huh?
Sheep wool or cheap wool?
Yeah, is it sheep or cheap?
Let's go in the other room and we'll continue the chat.
Sounds good, man.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you, dude.
Let's go.
Awesome. Woo! Dude, that thing was cold.
That thing was cold, man.
Dude,
Yeah.
I was like, for the first 10, 20 seconds, dude, I was fully in like, whoa, I'm in over my head.
Yeah.
I was all talking it up, you know, like, oh man, I could do this, you know, 38 degrees, I ain't even freezing.
I think that's the trickiest thing about it is like, you can talk about it all day, but once you get in there, it's like, it just...
Oh, you saw me, the first question you asked me was tour bus or van. I'm like, van, van. And I was trying to think of a reason, but I was more or less trying to remember how to breathe. I was like, wait, stop panicking. And as soon as you control that breathing and like lock in, it's really fine.
For sure.
I had to take my arms out. That was my thing.
I kind of go either or on that. Like I take my hands out all the time. I have this thing called Raynaud's. It's like a circulatory thing,
yeah.
and so sometimes I just don't want to even deal with that.
Right.
I'll keep my hands out, but yeah, that was cold, man. That was definitely the coldest one we've done so far.
I'll take it.
Yeah. So
Get some liquid nitrogen when you bring someone else on, dude. Maybe like below freezing. They come out and they're like, caveman, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, dude. So what other health routines do you have going on?
I'm riding my bike a lot. I have a gravel bike from Priority Bicycles. They sent me one after Terminal Takeover. I slightly messed up my MCL, just bad sprain, and just had to take a couple months off. But that bike definitely accelerated my process of healing. Just getting on the bike, because I was doing the gym stationary bike, which is cool, but like actually biking and using your weight and kind of, you know, just riding around, exploring new areas, trying to find new spots.
Yeah. So
I was in the bike a lot. I play a lot of golf, but try to walk a lot if I do. Just when my body's beat up from skating, you know?
Yeah.
Mind you, I'm a terrible golfer, but I have a great time.
Dude, it's the best.
It really is. Just go out, it's peaceful. I don't even bring my phone half the time. Just go out there, talk to some friends.
Yeah.
Hydrate. You can either be a hydrated golfer or a drinker golfer. Both have their times and places. Been both before.
For sure.
Now that I'm actually enjoying golf a lot, I'm like, okay, definitely got to focus, you know, lock in. But yeah, I'm at the gym quite a bit. I do a plethora of different things though, from pliability to strength training based foundation strength exercises to like mobility stuff. Like this is all the stuff you don't really want to do in the gym at first. You don't see it day by day or like week by week. You know, you don't see the weights increasing. You don't see the reps increasing or the things that you think, you know, like bodybuilding style workouts that so many people push, you know, which is terrible for your body. Which I've also done. You know, try to get jacked just so they could, not realizing it, just getting so overzealous about what workouts you're doing and isolation muscles versus like, oh, let's do some functional fitness, you know, like break down some of the scar tissue by, you know, throwing some balls against the walls, you know, whatever. Like, there's this thing called an Echo bike that's a big fan in it. And it's like arm driven and foot driven.
Okay, yeah, I think I've been on one of those before.
That'll humble you quick. It's like a trampoline. You ever get on a trampoline after not being on a trampoline for like 5-10 years?
No, I don't think so.
You should go hop on a trampoline for 5 minutes. I'll give you $10 if you can do 5 minutes straight.
Yeah.
It is unreal.
Yeah. Just the stamina it takes to
Yeah,
like, keep
so
up.
I just try to like at least do a little bit of everything so I don't lose it.
That's good. Like a balanced approach.
I haven't mountain biked in a year or two. And my uncle's got a couple mountain bikes. I was like, hey, I'm in town. Let's mountain bike. You know, he's like, my uncle's my dad, you know, Philip, and he was like, let's go mountain bike. And mind you, he whooped me. He's 50 years old, smoking me down the trails. But I had a great time. And I still got a little bit of it, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like skateboarding. I was never good at mountain biking. You know, I was never good at, never terrible. I'm not the best driver, my record would say.
So you grew up in Gallatin, Tennessee. What was that like?
Pick your pace, you know, slow, family's country, and raised with Christian beliefs and values under the Methodist denomination. Gallatin's a pretty basic place, you know. My family's cattle farmers and works in schools and like industrial plants. So it's not like it's pretty normal life, you know?
Yeah.
Simple, slow. You know, a lot of people don't leave Gallatin. You just get married young, you become a nurse, or get pregnant. That's pretty much 2 options. Or go to college and never come back.
Yeah.
Those are your options for Gallatin, so it's cool though. I appreciate being raised in the Bible Belt.
For sure.
Morals, just for moral reasons. It's nothing against anybody else that believes anything else. I just think that just being raised with like good morals and like strong morals is like good for anywhere you are. Just to be a good person.
Good foundation.
You know? Yeah, good foundation. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, for sure. I got that.
Treat others how you want to be treated. Treat people good.
Yeah.
I treat people good, you know? And that's why you treated me good. You know what I'm saying? I got a robe. Look at this thing. I feel like I'm wearing a cloud.
You had to earn that thing, man.
Dude, I'm going to come back. Homie, I'm going to need that. I'm going to bring my own ice.
You got any fun facts about Gallatin?
In 2000, we had a population of 19,000 people, and in 2022, our population surpassed, I think, 50,000, if I'm not mistaken. My uncle, Philip, is basically my father figure. He's always been my father figure in my life. And his sister Paige is the mayor of Gallatin for the past, 8 years. She's actually campaigning again. So I get to learn a lot of things about Gallatin that you wouldn't see on the other side of things or just living there.
Wasn't it voted?
2017, Reader's Digest voted Gallatin the nicest place to live in America. That's bullshit. But it's bullshit. It's not a bad place to live. Don't get me wrong. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
Dude, if it doesn't get better than that, dude, come on, dude. I've moved twice. If that's the best place to live, then oh man, the beach is 8 hours away. How is it the best place?
Did they mean nicest in terms of how people treat each other?
Probably. I think a lot of people voted from Gallatin as well.
Yeah.
For it, but pretty dope. They got a lot of dollars to our city, tax dollars and stuff like that. It really supported our city's infrastructure and growth.
Yeah.
Being kind of 45 minutes outside of Nashville, we're kind of one of the later suburbs to get that whoosh of government aid and just so many people moving there. 30 more than doubled the population in 20 years. It's cool. I do like the city. I came back and I don't recognize a lot of it. It's only been about 8 months. It's just
Nashville.
No, Gallatin.
Oh, Gallatin. Yeah.
So if you go to New Gallatin, I live in Old Gallatin. My whole family lives in Old Gallatin. It's just towards Castellan, toward the country, it's outside the city limits. Yeah. It's a lot slower over there. But even there, there's subdivisions popping up. If you go to New Gallatin, where all the shops are, houses starting at over $1 million? That didn't exist when I was born in Gallatin. They didn't have no $1 million houses, buddy. Yeah. You know what I mean? I wasn't around too much.
Yeah.
It's still a beautiful place and super nice place to live. And the people are just salt of the earth. Honey over gravel, smooth, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. What did you say, honey over gravel?
Yeah, that honey over gravel, man, just like that.
Attract more flies with...
You attract more flies with honey. Well, no, you can attract flies with honey. But you attract more honeys being fly. You know what I'm saying? But that one's a kill one. Yeah, run that one.
So what was it like growing up skateboarding, when you found skateboarding in Gallatin? What was that like?
I was a bad kid. I couldn't stay in sports. I'd get kicked out. I'd get kicked out of soccer league and red carded. I'd get kicked out. I was chasing kids with shoes in my basketball league at church when I was 6. And I found out later on that ended up being my cousin, someone that I didn't realize. I had classes forever after. But,
yeah.
We have one metal modular park in Gallatin and then one in Hendersonville. So Gallatin's about 8 minutes away. And my uncle, he saw the situation I had at home and really tried to get me out of that. My uncle wasn't even biologically a part of my family, but he's always just kind of been a rescuer of things. So he kind of just started taking me out on the weekends because my dad would be supposed to pick me up and he'd never show up. And so he'd come over and pick me up and take me out to go skate,
Yeah.
all the time. And he actually got me a dirt bike too one time and tried to get me into dirt bike. And the same time he got me into skateboarding actually. He brought me a skateboard for my birthday. Actually bought me a dirt bike for my birthday, my 5th birthday. And took me to Tony Hawk's Boom Boom Hook Jam. And I saw the motorcycles and I saw Andy McDonald and Tony Hawk and I was like, I want to be them. That's what I want. The motor. He's like, dude, not the motorcycles, really? And I was like, dude, do you see those dudes in the middle? That's way sicker.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought Andy McDonald. I mean, he was having a night that night. I mean, he has a night every night. He never falls.
Yeah.
But like seeing that, I was like, oh, that's the coolest shit ever. I'm doing that. And Phil was like, used to skate, so he had some old boards, got some new ones. Started taking me out every weekend at 6 a.m. before church.
Wow.
We had to go up to Nashville at 6 a.m. He just let me sit there and pump for 2 hours straight because no one was at the park and I couldn't make anybody upset. You know, and he had a lot of etiquette, like skate park etiquette off rip.
Yeah, well, that's cool. I mean, you learned the skate etiquette from an early age, which is a lot. Not a lot of kids do that, you know. So.
Some pros don't know etiquette. it's changed, man.
Yeah,
it's
for
wild.
Sure.
That's the first thing I was taught, or you're gonna get taught. You know what I mean? You're gonna get someone to run over you, or someone you look up to is gonna badmouth you or get onto you and kind of tell you like, hey, like no diving boards. You know what I mean? Like little things like that. I was in Estonia last week, and there is a little bit of a language barrier with some of the people there, but when I point at your board that's on the coping and it's been there for a minute, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And bro, if you're doing gap to grinds and stuff, you're good enough to know your board's not supposed to be out the whole time. You know?
Yeah.
Personal.
No, I think there's something to that, man, and I definitely, you know, I like that people are friendlier now, and there's more of like a communal feel to it, but I also feel like back in the day when like I came up, it was like, dude, if you did something you weren't supposed to be doing at the park or you disrespected one of the older dudes or whatever, they would let you know, and you're like, oh, and that's how you learned, you know? Mm-hmm. And so I like when I see some of that stuff still around today.
Have you heard the term like the skate park raised me? Or the skate shop?
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of people say that, like kids that didn't have anywhere to go and that was their outlet, you know, they could go skateboard and, you know, no one could, kept them out of drugs, kept them out of trouble, kept them out of crime, whatever it may be, kept away from family life. And they're just like, I pretty much learned everything from the older dudes at the skate park. You know, they taught me how to do this and that. You know, maybe they gave them their first beer, or maybe they took them to their first whatever. Like, but at the same time, they also probably taught them how to be respectful, how to, you know, read a situation, or whatever it may be, or just like be a good person. A lot of times, you know.
For sure. Yeah. I think that's a good thing. It's like it teaches you a lot of life lessons that you might not get from other situations or whatever.
Right.
So did you ever think, growing up, you get into skateboarding, things progress, did you ever think that one day you would be in a Michael Bay film as a stunt?
Oh, man. Bringing that one. Absolutely not. I mean, I'll be honest, I probably didn't even know who Michael Bay was until I was like 14 or 15. And that's the dude that blew stuff up in movies, you know? And he, super random gig. I was actually at dinner with my family in Tennessee at my grandparents' house. And I got a phone call. And I answered. This was a random, I was still in high school, I think. And they called me and they're like, hey, we got your number from blah, blah, blah. We're shooting a film and we need you in Florence, Italy tomorrow. I've never been to Italy. I barely had a passport. I think I went to one country before too. Yeah. Maybe like I think I went to Korea and Australia. And I was like, okay, who are you guys? And they're like, oh, like you're gonna be a stunt double in a movie. Blah, blah, blah. Like, Tony Hawk got you the job apparently. I was like, what? Apparently they showed him a picture of an actor and he was like, oh, looks like him. And dude, they booked me, flew me out to Italy for a week, 16-hour days on the stunt, just with Ben Hardy, Ryan Reynolds, Melanie Laurent, just sitting across me in the van or right next to me on set, chatting them up. I mean, it was an unreal experience, and really love to get more into that kind of work. Anybody needs a skate stunt double, swim stunt double. I mean, I'll do a lot. I'll stunt anything. I did swimming, I did parkour, I did skate.
You like running like down a building at one point?
I did all sorts of crap, dude.
Yeah.
They had me on this like hooked up to these crazy cranes and stuff, like, and then I was like getting to the skateboarding part, and I was all like, this is gonna be the good part. And it's a rail that's shoulder high, pinpoint like this, probably 150 foot down curved on cobblestone road, and it ends into a 2-foot pillar of concrete. So it's like, how are we gonna make this work, guys? And they give me this little zip singer to like try to do it on. I'm like, no, I'm gonna have to use my actual board. So if you look in the movie, it's a Skateboarding is Not a Crime Santa Cruz board. They had to CGI because they had to take the actual graphic off of it and then put the same graphic over it. Don't ask me why. They told me that they took my board so they could get 3D model of my entire board and send it back to America to wherever their headquarters is to 3D model it. I completely forgot about that, actually.
And they turned it into whatever board it was that they had in previous scenes?
No, they actually kept it as Skateboarding is Not a Crime. It's a Santa Cruz board in the movie.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, you can see it as soon as I pop. You can see it.
Great. So they didn't do any CGI with it then after all was said and done?
I don't know. Because it does look funky in the movie, but then that's just the movie, you know? But then they had me jump off this board slide onto a concrete gurney holding a China Lake. So I had like an empty metal China Lake. Like, it felt like a pretty realistic gun. China Lake's a grenade launcher.
Okay.
Mind you, it wasn't active. It didn't work.
Yeah.
But it had a trigger switch, and the trigger switch activated the Chevy Suburban, which they had on a trolley pulling through the middle of this archway. And then when I turned, I landed this thing. I had to follow the vehicle, and then press the trigger, and it blew it up. And I actually shot shrapnel in my eye, and it didn't cut it up too bad, but like I was pretty bad for the day.
Yeah. Like
at first when I came off, and I was like, oh wow, that kind of hurt. And then they're like, oh well, 7 people squirting stuff in my eyes, holding me down like I'm a patient. I was like, whoa, hey, that's serious, dog. But that was a really, really unique experience. And then I got to do another one at Michael Bay's actual house in Bel Air, California, the day before the Continental Championships. I went out there for like a 12-hour stunt scene, missed the whole day of practice because I just got a call and they're like, hey, $1,500 or something. I was like, dude, heartbeat.
Yeah.
Or whatever this, I think the SAG minimum at the time was like 1,000 something. So that's the best pay I ever get, dude. I'm doing that any day of the week. Call me up, dude.
Yeah, that's a good rate.
Yeah, of course.
So Michael Bay is kind of known for being like intentionally mean to people on set to like create like some kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Oh yeah. He was the nicest dude in the world to me. He was so damn sweet. I can't even say a bad word about him to me. But I watched him lose his shit with everyone else. Full screaming, throw him off. I watched him fire 10 people at least on set. Just on spot.
Damn.
Oh, so he fired some dude for not cueing me to come up from the water. Because he thought I was drowning. He fired the dude on the spot.
Damn.
He's like, you're going home. Lost his dude. I watched him fire like 3 people in a row too. On this one scene, he was just losing it. And his mom was there. And his mom came by and grabbed him by the ear. And he stopped. Instantly.
Wow.
Like, Mama Bay came in hot.
Mama Bay, dude.
But,
wow, that's crazy.
And then we also did a shoot at the Mojave Desert. Like, randomly. Like, at some giant pool that was like emptied out. Vans did something there one time. Cool spot though. Really cool spot.
Sick. That's crazy, man.
I would love to do that again.
Oh, what's the name of the movie though for the people that...
Six Underground. It's the largest Netflix movie that's ever been created. The budget was like 150 million. And I'm just stoked to gotta be a part of it. I gotta meet Ryan Reynolds. Like, and Dave Franco. Every day. I was with him. Ben Hardy was my stunt. I was stunning for it. With him every day. Yeah. He said he got banned from Tinder and he was upset, you know? And I was like, dude, let me show you how to make burner phone numbers. So I showed him how to get burner accounts on his phone for free. No way. And he made a new account, and the next day he goes, oh, have you got me laid? He's like British, so it's a terrible rendition. But oi, you got me pickle wet. You know? Oi, mate. You let me slime. No, but that's just such a unique opportunity. And I've been so blessed to be able to have all the stuff I have through the trials and tribulations that I've been faced.
And then how did the Terminal Takeover, which you do in the abandoned airport in New Orleans, how did that come about?
COVID happened. I just moved to California. I just signed a Red Bull. Both at the same time. I signed Red Bull, moved to California the next month, COVID the next month. Started. Shut down everything in California. I couldn't go on trips, couldn't do anything. So I was talking to a Red Bull manager, and I was like, we don't really know what to do right now, you know? So let's just work on some crazy ideas. And I was like, well, you know, I've always wanted to skate a water park or an airport. And a week later, I get a call. We got an airport. What? Yeah, we got an airport we can use, and it's in our region. What do you want to do? You serious? Oh, you got an airport? Well, you just find one? Like, how does this work? Like, oh no, we can get the permits and stuff though. So like, and I was like, honestly, like the skate shops are struggling. Yeah. And Jenner from Throwing Star Collective, he's like a friend of Red Bull. He also was like, yo, skate shops, get the skate shops in, get all the things. I'm like, just make sure it's our region. You know, make sure it's like Nashville. You know, let's have Nashville represented. Let's have Faith in Birmingham represented. Let's have Change in Tupelo represented. Let's have, you know, I think we ended up having Water Boys from Pensacola. We ended up having. West Side ended up being third year. They came the second year. Okay. First year was 6 teams, and we had public transportation from Atlanta, and then it grew. Yeah. You know, first year, and everybody saw it, and they're like, "What the hell? Like, how? What? That's the best ground in the world. Everybody wants to skate airport ground." Oh yeah. Yeah, it just blew up, and you know, opportunity to involve more people grew, and we started having qualification contests, 4 or 5 in different regions, from Denver to Dallas to Pennsylvania to Florida, or to Georgia, to have opportunities for new teams to join in. And we had a team from Japan come out as well this year, which was amazing.
Yeah.
But sadly, this is our last rendition, so I don't think we're going to be doing it again. Hopefully spark it back up in the future. But at this point, with what we're at, it's hard for us to grow to that next level without being exponential in pricing. So it's just smartest, and we've really brought a craze around it. And if we're not going to bring it better, and we can't involve like more people from our region, we can't grow it that much more without more money.
Yeah.
And like, dude, it's an airport. It ain't cheap, man. And I don't know exactly what it's costing.
I mean, that's crazy.
The fact we have been able to do this for 3 years is just the most. It's honestly the proudest thing I've done in my life.
Now, is it an abandoned airport? Because I said it was abandoned, but it's a fully functional airport, or?
So it's on the same tarmac as the new airport they built. Okay. There are a bunch of people that work there. A lot of people that run the other airport work in that airport. A lot of random things, aviation services and traffic or whatever. And it's right beside the rental car spot. So it's cool, but.
Dude, it's cool. I mean, the footage is awesome. If anyone wants to look it up, the Terminal Takeover stuff. It's just like
Terminal Takeover.
One of those dream things of like you're skating the best ground in the world to skate, and
then you just have Jenner and Josh over at Throwing Star just NIDAC building it. I mean, just doing an amazing job of everything. Like I get there before everybody else, and I'm like, oh, this ramp's a little off, or this, can you change this coping, or can you do this, and and then it's like, oh, dude. And I helped design all the ramps and stuff, like a lot of the ramps. And if you skated a really bad kicker the second year, it was me. I designed it. And I'm sorry. But if you live and you learn. But it was an amazing experience. I'm just grateful I had that opportunity.
That's sick.
I couldn't be more thankful for Red Bull and everybody else who's supporting me, Santa Cruz, Etnies, OJ, not Simpson, the wheels. But I'm just blessed, beyond blessed.
Yeah, sick. Well, other than airports, what would be another dream location to go skate?
Water park.
Water park.
Or mall.
Okay. Oh, yeah, malls are good.
Malls are sick. It's not really my style because it's going to be like a lot of just stair sets and maybe some ledges and some weird aluminum rails or steel rails or whatever. But man, I know everybody wants to skate a mall.
Yeah.
I want to skate a mall. I mean, I'm not great at stair sets, but I'll go out there and I'll try. I'll hug myself.
Yeah.
Water parks, I've always wanted to skate a water park. I've never had the opportunity. I had a small opportunity to skate the one in Chula Vista down in Southern California, but it was during COVID, and it was just slightly missed my opportunity. Oh, I want to skate underwater too.
Underwater?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I pitched a whole underwater concept, but I was just gonna let them figure it out because I don't know. I pitched it. They're like, "So what's your idea?" And I'm like, "Pull me on a tow rope in the water with like weights."
What are the 5 best spots that you've ever skated?
Number 1, the one in Poland, the 2-quarter pipes. I actually just was looking at it. It was a year ago today I was there. And I'm just heartbroken. I didn't land my trick. So, and got kicked out, of course.
What'd you try, if you don't mind me asking?
Nah, that's it, though. And I found out like 2 months later that Jordan Thackeray, Keep Up Staled it. And they got the cover of Pocket Mag or Free Skate Mag, maybe. And it was a double spread and thrush. I think. But super, amazing spot.
Spot's amazing.
The Flumes has a very special spot in my heart, up in wherever it's at, actually. Maybe Sacramento area. The Barcelona, the quarter pipe with the metal.
Oh, yeah.
Even though I didn't get a trick there either, and I've been there once. I mean, that was just such a special spot.
That's a cool spot,
who the hell means to build that for not skating?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's a skate
Yeah,
park.
are you stupid? As for a spot that I've never been to, but I've always dreamt of, this thing that Raven Trochet front pivoted in chocolate, pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, wherever that is, Malaysia, Asia, something, just a 30, 20-foot retaining wall that's a perfect volcano.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's even skatable hardly, but like he skated it, and like that's a really cool spot.
Yeah.
And then those brick banks, the ones that have the hips and they're just like 6 foot tall or 5 foot tall, and it just goes forever, and it's the smoothest thing you ever ridden. Oh my gosh, it's just so good. It really is just so good.
Yeah.
So much fun.
The one that you did the 180 to switch crook and come in on, or the one that like Fabi skated and stuff?
The one that Fabi skated.
Yeah.
Those things are just perfect, gorgeous.
Yeah.
Miles and miles of goodness gracious.
Yeah, it's a super cool spot for sure.
But I did the front 3 at. That thing is rad. Just random transition in a bank. And like a ditch?
Out of a ditch.
Yeah, and
over
the fact that
fence.
Provost did it with no bungee and just threw wood down and threw down to a frontside flip, that's the most badass thing ever. You know, that thing is gnarly. The thing is buck. It's so fun. Though once you figure it out, it's like good to go over. But like the first 10 tries, you're hitting that fence. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, that's one of those spots I feel like it's just got to be so scary because you're down at the bottom of the ditch and then you're coming up the bank and like that thing just must seem like so high as before you actually start going up the bank to go out of it. Yeah.
It does, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
Because you're going so fast, like you're like, I'm going.
Yeah.
And if I try to bail now, it ain't gonna be no better.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot worse if I drop now than if I just stop up there.
Yeah.
Just grab.
Well, that's the front 360 I mentioned in the intro. You frontside 360 over that thing, and it was, I think, one of the best frontside 360s that I've ever seen.
I appreciate it. I think Jeremy Ray still takes the cake.
Yeah, I think Jeremy Ray's up there. I mean,
I think DeCenzo has the best drop front three of all time. He can do down the biggest stuff, most consistent. I think Jeremy Ray has the best front three of all time.
Yeah.
On everything, he just did it perfect.
I mean, over the Carlsbad Gap, the one he did back in the day.
Does it get better?
And that's in like the 90s. Like
Right,
it's just
like-
incredible.
And it holds up today. I would hold up today all day.
Yeah. Your frontside 360, like, it's just a different type of thing. Like,
It's almost a different trick what I do. Because I don't spin with my bottom of my feet. I spin with the laces. You know, I flip my whole front foot over. So like my knees beneath my board. It just looks different than.
Yeah.
I'm not doing them how you're supposed to do them. That's for sure. I just kind of modify it to make it work for me.
Yeah.
I'm kind of just like using my whole body and just letting my feet guide the board.
Do you do them differently on street versus on transition?
Well, yeah, depending on how high I'm going or how far I'm going, I have to like actuate how I'm going to roll my foot, you know?
Yeah.
If I had to go really fast, I'm not going to roll my foot much and I'm going to tilt the board to kind of angle it faster.
Gotcha.
Versus like, if I'm going for like a 4 or 5 foot one out of a quarter pipe just to air out, I'm going to go like full roll my foot upside down before I put any weight on my board and then just spin. So that way I can just like lock it.
Yeah.
For some reason the top of my board, top of my shoe grips that pocket better than the bottom.
That's kind of how you do your frontside ollies too, right? You do a little foot fold.
But the foot doesn't go as far on the ollie as much.
Yeah.
Doesn't front three.
It's a thing of beauty, man. Yeah.
I appreciate it.
It's really cool. Dude, I almost asked you, so when we were in the plunge, I almost asked you top 5 rappers, because I think in the plunge it's kind of funny to do like things where you have to like rattle things off. But
yeah.
What would you think your top 5 rappers would be if you had to rattle them off?
Dude, I don't have, my taste is wrong, dude. I got bad taste in music. I'm gonna be honest. Do I just want to do like a standard list, like everybody was gonna be okay with what I say, or should
I want the true, genuine list.
All right, Babytron number 1. We got Rio de Young OG number 2. What else we got? Number 3, RMC Mike. He's also from Flint. Number 4, we're gonna pop out with Crispy Life Kid. He's great. If you're under 18, don't let your parents know you're listening to any of these guys. And then Snoop Dogg. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Snoop Dogg.
Just like some legend after like the most obscure people. And then like she's like Big X the Plug.
Big X the Plug?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's some Texas rap. Hey! Bitch, I'm from Texas.
I've not heard of a single one of these people that you just mentioned. Which, I mean, that's just more on me, probably.
No, I can guarantee I can talk to my friends about this and they wouldn't even know.
But which one, like, would be the most accessible for me if I was like, I'm going to listen to one of these?
None. If you wanted to listen, I think you'd get 20 seconds in.
Really?
It's bad.
Okay.
If you can listen to the lyrics, if you can listen to the punchlines,
yeah,
then you'll be like, okay, Babytron's fire.
Yeah.
These guys are all hilarious. They're all basically comedians. All they're saying is, they're saying stupid stuff all the time. Oh, sorry. Top 5 rappers, Almighty Slime. He's in my top 3 for sure.
Almighty Slime?
Almighty Slime.
Okay.
And he always talks about how he doesn't sell drugs, doesn't even do any of that stuff. He's like, I'm just living my life. I can prove about it. All my money I make off rap, and I can show you about it. And then he'll like post statements on his Instagram. He's so funny. I talk to him all the time. He used to skate and stuff growing up. Super nice guy and super talented artist. He has like 10 different styles of rap.
Yeah.
And that's it. Done with rappers.
Have you ever had any moments that you would rank as like your scariest moment traveling as a skateboarder?
When Nibs got that gun pulled on him in Barcelona, and I was standing right behind him, and Nibs had his back to the guy, and I was like, Nibs walking toward me, the guy flashing the gun, and just like, I wasn't so much scared of the guy, I was scared of what Winkowski would do to him. Because I mean, Winkowski was walking right towards him. He's like, "Come on, pull the gun, grab the gun,
yeah,
do it, and see what happens." And we're like, "Oh, okay, Winkowski could punch through a solid metal trash can. In fact, that's what he did after that happened. Punched through a solid, thick steel. Watched him dent it. Broke all the bones in his hand, but I watched him do that and I was like, oh.
Yeah, he's...
Whew. Boy's built like steel and iron. You know what I mean?
Brick shit house, dude.
Brick shit house, dude. That's the term. But no, that was probably the scariest moment. I also, just getting lost.
Yeah.
Having no service, being a young kid, traveling foreign countries with no money. Like in Korea, I got lost really bad. Didn't know the name of my hotel because it was in Korean, you know?
Yeah.
And everybody spoke, I was in Chuncheon, so I wasn't in like a major city, so no one spoke English.
Yeah.
And they always just touch my hair because apparently in Chuncheon, blonde hair is good luck.
Oh, wow.
So a lot of people just walk up and they'd be like, and I'd be like, and they'd be like, but apparently it gives them good luck. So.
Did you know that at the time?
No.
Good luck? So you just like, you're walking around.
I was
all these
weirded
people
out
just touching your hair.
And it was like the first ever Olympic, like the Olympic qualifier, but it wasn't an actual Olympic qualifier. It was like before the Olympics was truly accepted.
Yeah.
So like, I was with Haymana Reynolds and I was the only person that spoke English. And one dude from the Philippines. And everybody else was Middle Eastern and Asia.
Yeah.
And they knew a couple words. So I was just hanging out with everybody that I didn't. We're just skaters loving each other, you know? We don't know anything about what's happening. I don't know how to talk to them. They don't know how to talk to each other. Like, man.
Yeah. What about the best food you've ever had while you were traveling?
You know, Papa Piz feeds us good. He finds us some spots.
Eric Palazzolo?
Pizzle is the team manager of Santa Cruz, who me and Joe both are part of. Oh, for a skate trip, sorry. Hotel Unique. Tony Hawk took me to dinner. I'm not lying. The hotel's a giant ship. You can look back on his Instagram. His room was a giant ship, like the shape of the mast. So he was skating in his room behind his TV.
No way.
So sick. He just sent me a text. He goes, Unique Hotel, 7 p.m. You best believe I was there 6:30 sharp.
Where is this?
This is in Brazil. We were in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Or maybe we were in Australia. Not positive.
Yeah.
We weren't together, me and Tony. We just happened to be there at the same time. And Tony was just so thoughtful and just like inclusive because he knew how much food meant to me. And like he's just I've been able to stay at his guest house for a while, and he's just an amazing down to earth guy. You'd never expect that from the world's most legendary skater, most successful skater, but salt to the earth, nicest dude in the world. I mean, never seen him function like flicker once, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that meal, unreal. It was just me, Jordan Barrett, Catherine, and Tony, and I mean, amazing tasting course. I also did the same thing at Virago in Nashville, and that was the first ever time I had a tasting course.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember getting there, I looked at the menu, and I was 16, I was like, I can afford the side of green beans. And he looked at me, he's looking at the menu, and he goes, hey Jake, you want to do the chef's tour with me? I don't know what that means. Oh, I'd love to do it. Tony Hawk, yes sir. I'll go on tour for you. You know, I'll go fight in front lines, man. But yeah, no, he really took me on some good food stuff. But I think the cooking the chicken at Blue Plates SF, which is Blue Plate San Francisco.
Yeah.
Santa Cruz had this awesome opportunity to be able to collab with the person who works there, the chef, and he taught us how to cook chicken. Funniest thing though, one of our team riders, it was his birthday. He was allergic to chicken, and he came. So that was a hilarious little segment.
Yeah, and he was in it, and he was just like keeping his hands clean. He's just like, I'll like help mix some stuff over here, but you got to keep that chicken away from me. I felt so bad for him.
Yeah, I feel like it should have been. I mean, it was funny. It was actually, I thought it was just absolute comedy.
Yeah, that was fun.
But I think this experience of doing it and then eating it and just like
it's so good.
It's just special. It's a good. You know, when you do the whole cooking through it and experience of it, you know, I have a huge respect for chefs and artisan of that craft.
Yeah. All right, so Tony Hawk, you've kicked it with Bam and Steve-O, Ryan Reynolds. Like, who do you think's like the most like high up like celebrity?
Most famous, or like
maybe most famous.
Or I think it's just the most badass.
Or who was most badass? Yeah.
Most badass, Tony Hawk, all day. I mean, that dude. I mean, just how he runs everything. I will say Ryan Reynolds is absolute comedy.
Yeah, was he pretty cool to kick it with?
Sweet, soft-spoken. Good-looking guy. Never had the feeling in my life, but man.
Yeah.
If someone had the last option, dude, that's the one.
Yeah.
He's a great-looking dude. I mean, he's super kind, sweet. I mean, really just not. I mean, he didn't know who I was, and he asked me about my story and asked me about, you know,
that's
like
cool.
like genuinely had a conversation with me.
Yeah.
And I didn't have that with Melanie or Dave, not because I wasn't close to them or just they weren't mean. It's just because I wasn't close to them as often in proximity, you know, where, I get to annoy Ryan, you know. But he was giving me the time of day. I mean, it was just really really awesome. So
That's cool.
Tony, Ryan, Bam, and Steve-O though. I mean, that's crazy because Steve-O moved 10 minutes away from where I was born and raised in Gallatin. He lives close to there.
Yeah.
It's crazy because we don't have a lot of celebrities that live up in some county or in that area.
Yeah.
Anywhere. You go to Nashville, you get some, but outskirts, it's pretty hard to find anybody, if any. And if they do, they're real quiet. Mm-hmm. But Steve, I mean, he's just on the best run of his career right now. Just happy as 2 hens in a chicken house, whatever. I don't know what I was gonna say with that.
2 hens in a chicken house.
So southern.
Oh, man, he seems like he's doing good. He's got his podcast. I think he's sober.
He's super sober. He's like been working out, got super in shape.
That's right.
Just finally got his all his ducks in a row, and he's doing an animal sanctuary. He's gonna be rescuing animals, and that's just I just think it's awesome.
That's cool.
And then Bam, he's sober too. I've been seeing him a lot recently. He hits me up all the time, sends me ramp designs, and are you in Nashville this weekend, dude? Like, let's go kick it. Like, I love Bam, man. He's always been really thoughtful to me and super kind guy as well. Like, I have nothing bad to say about any of these dudes. They have treated me so well. They've included me. They've been inclusive. They've been thoughtful. They have gone out of their way to make me be a part of stuff and let me be a part of stuff. So
that's cool.
Blessed.
Nice. Who would you like to see on this show take the plunge?
I mean, if you could get Yelawolf out here, that would be a sick one.
I talked to him about
Michael's dope.
I talked to him about it. He hates the cold.
He hates the cold.
He keeps his house at like, I was
73,
He's like, I keep my house at like 75, Joey P. But
He's not kidding.
But he was like, for you, I'll do it. Because my fans would love to see me suffer. But it has yet to come to that fruition yet. And so we will see. I'm hoping season 2 we get Yelawolf up in here.
I just remember walking to his house and Bam called me. Randomly, Bam called me. I'm with my buddy Bryce skating. Yeah. He goes, oh, you want to come over to Wolf's house and get some chili? And I'm like, I haven't seen Wolf in 2012? Yeah. 12 years. But we had kept in contact through the years. Yeah. And because Wolf used to take me to like motorcycle shows and stuff because me and his kids skated together back when we were younger. Yeah. So, in case you didn't know, Yelawolf was a really good skater. Really good. He got a mean ollie flip.
I have footage of him doing tray flips and stuff back in the day.
I remember seeing him at the park that day. He did an ollie flip and a tray flip. And I was like, oh, he's valid.
Yeah, he's good.
I thought he was just another skate homie. But I think that'd be a really dope guy to get on the show. I would not believe he would do 38, maybe like 50. Give him like 50.
We'll see what we can do.
Give him a cool plunge.
Yeah, we'll give him a cool.
Because
anything under 60
I walked in his house. I'm dripping sweat. Dripping sweat. Yeah. I'm in a t-shirt and shorts. He's got a leather jacket with a jacket on top of it. Yeah. I mean, he's fully in the get-up at his house. Yeah. I mean, looking fly as he gets, dude, Yeah. I'm blessed. The more you talk to me, the more I'm like, dude, I can't believe it. That's crazy.
Same thing. I've just met so many different people from different walks of life that I never would have met through skateboarding, so it's cool.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I appreciate you having me, man.
Dude, thank you for coming on, man. What's next for Jake Wooten? What do you got coming up?
Oh, this week we're doing No Rewind again. Last year we took the W, so we're going back for part 2. Hosting an event in Birmingham, September 14th. And I got all sorts of stuff going. I got events every couple weekends. Slows down. I had a Brucey Invitational in October. It's my buddy Daniel. He's a woodworker. He builds all these custom skateboard recycled benches and stuff like that are skatable. This time he's got a whole shipping container, down in Lafayette, Louisiana. Really just like getting active with everything. I'm just going to continue to focus on getting my body and my mind in the best shape that I can. Maybe even implementing some cold plunges because that really made me feel good.
Hell yeah, dude. I
don't want to mind fog anymore.
Yeah.
But I'm just count my days, count my blessings, because we're not guaranteed anything else than what we have right now. And I'm very grateful for what I have right now. I'm beyond blessed. I mean, right now I'm sitting in a robe on a Thursday afternoon. I mean, not a lot of people get that luxury. Yeah. To even have the opportunity to do something like this, Yeah. Shit, I don't know anybody that knows. I don't know many people that have a robe.
Yeah, I know.
So not my age, unless you're married or have kids. So my thing is just to stay positive, stay healthy, be a light for others that are struggling or others that are having a difficult time. Kind of want to continue to pass on the skills I've learned just to the next generation through coaching or whatever else and teaching. And, go to these skate camps and interacting with the younger generation, getting the next generation stoked on skateboarding. I just gave out 70 completes with Dana Brucey in Panama City a couple weeks ago. To all the kids that never skated, and the next day after that, they went to the skate park.
That's right.
40 of them showed up, and we had to teach 5 kids how to drop in.
Yeah.
how you get to the rock fakie and stuff. Like, that's huge for me.
Yeah. Well, I've always admired that about you, man. Just like that positive light that you shine, and like, yeah, just go into a park and like you can talk to somebody that you've never even met before, and you take the time out of your day to treat them like they're like your best friend. So,
Always.
yeah, thanks for being you, man. Thanks for doing that.
Thank you for being you, dude. You're the people that I looked up to. You know.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, look at the people that are around you, and you basically pick, like, okay, this is how everybody acts. Like, who do I want to be like? You know, like, what traits can I take from this person and learn?
Yeah.
You know, and you got patience of Job. You got the patience, my brother.
I try.
You do.
Try.
So that's something I definitely had to acquire over the years.
Thank you, man.
Still working on it.
I appreciate that.
Dude, give me a hug.
Love you, buddy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Love you, Joe.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Comment, let us know who you want to see on the show. We'll see what we can do. But until then, we'll see you next time.
Thank you guys for coming and tuning in to Iced Out. Drop a comment, a like, anything you want to. Share with the homies, share with the fam. Just get the word out there, dude. Cold plunges are great for you. And this is an amazing time I had today. Great interview, great energy. A little cold, but hey, gotta get cold to get warm. If you like that one, click here or click here. 2 amazing videos. I'd watch both. Thanks again, guys.
Hell yeah.